back on Get Up. If the tryptophan kicked in late afternoon yesterday and you missed Bengals Baltimore last night, it was a fascinating night. Joe Burrow back. They haven't lost a game that he started this year. Hasn't played since week 2. Then early in this game, Derrick Henry, Bart, we figure, okay, this is about what we expect this game to look like. Derrick Henry's just going to run right through him.
Oh, yeah. Swiss cheese defense right there. Shoulders parallel to the end zone. Reservation for 6, Green.
But then, RC, the rest of the game happened. The Ravens up 7-6. This is where it kind of turns. Isaiah Likely's going in for a touchdown, or is he?
He's not going for a touchdown because of Jordan Battle's hustle. We haven't seen this from Al Golden's defense all season long. This is a big-time play, and to me, this changes the game.
Is that a loaf of bread you carried?
It was a likely touchdown. But it was unlikely.
And it turns into an unlikely touchback, and now we're going the other way, and we've seen this before. It's Burrow to Jamar Chase.
You know who else has seen this? Marlon Humphrey. This ain't the first time Jamar Chase has been behind.
No Higgins,
like
triple that man.
Big-time play.
Final seconds of the half, Lamar looking to throw, and then it falls out of his hands.
It's a tough rule right here, baby.
Blame it on Tom Brady. Blame it on Tom Brady.
Actually turns into a field goal for the Bengals going the other way, so it's 12-7 Cincinnati, and now we're midway through the third quarter. This is on a third down. Dan, how about the catch from Tanner Hudson?
This is unbelievable. Is it Kyle Hamilton on him?
Yes.
Perfect throw, but to catch it one-handed.
More excited about it.
Spectacular catch. Bengals take a 19-7.
Why isn't he more excited about it? Forget it. I'm going to be excited. You ain't excited for it.
19-14. This is on a 3rd and 9. Yoshi Bob.
This is a great play. Listen, in the commercial, Dan said, make Yoshi Bots beat you, and he did there on the blitz.
Make it a switch call. Blitz
early fourth quarter, what you are seeing is one of the Ravens' 5 turnovers in this game.
He had 11 last year total.
5 this night.
Bengals lost to the Jets.
Everything was about Madden yesterday. It felt like watching someone play Madden.
Yeah, not well.
Yeah, one was a masterclass.
3 of those turnovers. Bengals win it 32-14. So look, first and foremost, good for the Bengals, good for Joe Burrow. He was there because he wanted to be there and play. I give him all the credit in the world for coming back. And you know their story. They're 4-8. If they win out, maybe they win the division. The other side.
Yes.
What do we say about the Ravens this morning?
The Baltimore Ravens are cooked. And I know people are going to say that they could still win the AFC North. I wish this could be like Hunger Games and the Kansas City Chiefs could be a tribute for them and we could give them their spot. Because when you watch the Baltimore Ravens play, and even though they've been on this winning streak, this is what they look like. Now, it hasn't been the turnovers, but there's no chemistry between Lamar and his wide receivers. Offensively, they aren't running the football at a clip that we're normally seeing from them. And Lamar Jackson, until last night, wasn't even using his legs. This team hasn't played great offense since the Buffalo Bills game, which they lost that game as well.
Yeah,
and so
that was week 1.
And then what happened, right? Zach Orr fixed the defense by acquiring Aloy Gilman and moving Kyle Hamilton close to the line. People are figuring out that at this moment too. This isn't the team that we thought they were. At the beginning of the season, they have the best roster. This is the team to beat. They are not executing and playing like it. They will be one and done in the playoffs, and that's if they make it in a terrible AFC North.
Words hurt. Yeah, I'm talking AC. Words hurt, man. This is horrible to watch. Listen, even during their winning streak, it just didn't look right. The Jets looked like it was a winnable game.
7-3 half.
Yeah, it looked like it was a winnable game. And Lamar hasn't looked right. And if Lamar can't be the electric ball player, and yeah, he looked better, but he still didn't look like Lamar. He was pulling up, he was sliding when normally he would go for the extra 20 yards. It's something wrong with that hamstring. His footwork, his mechanics are off. His accuracy. Even when he tried to throw the ball as Zay Flowers in the hole, he was late with that, and that wasn't accurate. Selling balls, that's all about mechanics. And his defense, to your point, they can't rush the passer, right? They went out and got Gilman, but they let Oweh go. They don't have anybody naturally being able to get past, so now you got to, have Hamilton on the 3 technique and try and run a U game like they ain't seen that last week.
It worked against the Bears.
But they lost 3 weeks in a row, bro. I'm on that.
So what do we say about them now, and what do we say about the rest of the way?
Lamar Jackson, the last 3 weeks, has been on the injury report with a knee injury, an ankle injury, and a toe injury. And this is after he missed 3 games in a row with a hamstring injury. So something's going on. Like, he's obviously not fully healthy. Did run more last night, but hasn't been that same guy. And if he can't, look, the Steelers are in first place in that division. They're leaking oil a little bit. Like, that division is gettable, but
you ain't going either,
who wins it? Someone has to win the division.
I hope nobody.
Check the rules. Yeah, hopes to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think you still believe in the Baltimore Ravens because you feel like Lamar Jackson can figure out how to be Lamar Jackson again. And when you watch the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm going to be honest, that defense in no way makes me feel the warm and fuzzies. It makes me feel like it's the middle of 2000s again. And so right now, I still say the Baltimore Ravens, but it's going to be by default because no one else can grab the division. The thing that the Baltimore Ravens, in my opinion, have going against them is they have to play these Cincinnati Bengals again. Yeah. And I expect them to be good down the stretch.
If the Bengals beat the Bills next week,
here we go.
Watch out. It can happen. Joe Burrow,
they were in this very same position last season, and they played to 9-8.
This defense will be the depth of them.
At this very moment, they have the best quarterback in the division because Lamar does not look like himself.
Yeah, this is the worst defense maybe in the history of football.
But that same defense had 5 turnovers last night against the Baltimore Ravens on the road.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Look, I mean, again, I'll finish it again by saying, I looked up the rules. Someone has to win the division. So someone has to get into the playoffs. We have so much on. Might have been the most important, most consequential final of the entire season in so many ways. Second quarter, the Packers, theme of the day, 4th down, and they're going for it. How about Dontavian Wicks?
Listen, I didn't think this was a catch initially. He gets the right foot down, then the left, takes a huge hit, and finishes with control through the ground. This is an absolute monster play, but a monster call by Matt LaFleur, who knew points were going to be important.
Yes, 4th down going to be the theme of the day. Packers up 10-0. Now it's 17-7. Jameson Williams. On any given play, Mark, he's a touchdown waiting to happen.
Tell you what, bring your arms with you. I'm so tired of tackling in football like this, but I'm happy because I'm a Lions fan.
Lions make it 17-14. We got ourselves a thriller. Third quarter, same score. Packers on a 2nd down. Christian Watson is down there somewhere.
Christian Watson, this is an out and up against Amik Robertson. Look at this ball. This is a moon ball. A la Russell Wilson, and down to one of the fastest players at the position. A huge touchdown for the Green Bay Packers, and Jordan Love was on fire.
Packers in front the whole day, playing from behind with the Lions. Midway through the third, play action. Jared Goff's got all day, and then Danny's got Isaac Tesla in the end zone.
He did not have Amon-Ra St. Brown, got hurt early in this game, so they had to make do with some different guys at receiver.
But every time the Lions do anything, Green Bay has an answer. There's Wicks again. What a game for Dontavian Wicks. So it's 31-20 when it just stays that way. Now, RC, huge moment. 4th and 3 for the Lions. Down 10. Early 4th quarter. Field goal makes it a 1-score game.
Yeah, but you expect Dan Campbell to go from this. This is the right call. A low crosser to Jameson Williams, who's having a huge game. Ball hits him right in the chest, and he drops it.
The ball's a little bit behind. Come on, Jared.
You got to catch the ball.
Fascinating
83
decision.
million.
0 for 2 on 4th downs on the day for the Lions. And then Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons was an absolute stud the entire day. Makes history with this sack. Finishes on Jared Goff. Absolutely crushes him and keeps him from a position of being able to go for it.
He had 2.5 sacks on the day. And then the Packers going the other way with a chance to ice the game. I still can't believe they went for it on this 4th and 3. And what a play. What a game for Dontavian Wicks. Jordan Love, 4 touchdowns, tying Brett Favre's record for the most in Packers history on a Thanksgiving. Packers hold on and win it 31-24. Dan Graziano, you're the one who made this point earlier. Look how even this game was in every way. Almost every number is practically completely identical except the one at the bottom.
That's exactly, and it made the difference. Look at Packers 3 for 3 on 4th down. The first 2 were touchdowns. And the last one was the one we just showed that iced the game. They didn't have to punt the ball back to Detroit. Look, you give the ball back to the Lions there. Jameson Williams, if he catches it, can score from anywhere on the field. Jahmyr Gibbs, same thing. So, it was important. That was a game-winning call and a game-winning play.
I have to ask my 2 players here. On behalf, I think, of all the fans watching the game. First and foremost, Dan Campbell could coach my team every day of the week and twice on Sunday. He's one of my favorite coaches of the league. He is great. But 2 decisions that he makes there. You said in the highlight you agreed with the decision not to kick the field goal on that at the 21-yard line and make it a 1-score game. RC agreed with it. Bart, did you?
No. I mean, at some point you have to take the points. And I understand that the play he was open, but you take the points, you make it a 1-score game, and that's, to me, that's a lack of belief in your defense. Because if you got a defense team, you get the points. No, in my opinion, you know what I mean? Listen, because He's 0 for 7 on 4th down in his last 2
or 3 games, yes.
His last 2 games.
But it's not like he just started going for it on 4th down.
But it's 4th and 3.
But are you just going for it on every 4th down? I mean, but
I also feel like he doesn't go for it on every 4th down.
No.
But you're playing against a team that's being extremely aggressive.
Because you don't believe in who.
So early on, think about this. Early on in the first half, you have the 2 run plays, right? That they're stopped in the backfield by Michael Parsons and Evan Williams, right? They finish, or McDuffie, they finish. And then now in this situation, on 4th and 3, when you've been aggressive your entire tenure as a coach, you won 3 games the first year, and you were exactly the same way. You were this aggressive at all times. You don't change in that moment, because if you watch that play, if Jamo Williams catch that, he is still running right now in downtown Detroit, probably hanging out with Cade Cunningham in the Pistons.
If it was a 5th, we'd all be drunk, though, too.
But I mean, there's 10 and a half minutes left in the game.
I get that.
5 minutes left in the game.
Take the
Wait,
point.
no, that's not what you're missing. If there's 5 minutes left in the game and you think you're only going to get the ball one more time, sure, you cut it to 1 score. But at 10 and a half minutes, you're not out of possession.
I'm glad you said that, because they did only get the ball one more time. And the reason for that is it took them 6 minutes to run their next drive, which results in the field goal. We showed you the Micah Parsons sack. That winds up holding them to the field goal in that situation. And Bart, the amount of time they're letting run off the play clock on every snap. They're huddling. They're snapping the ball with 3 seconds, 4 seconds left in a 2-score game. I found myself rooting for the Lions for no reason, and I'm screaming at the television, why are they taking so much time?
But I think they knew that they were going to get an opportunity. They still had an opportunity to stop them with the 2-minute warning with all their timeouts. They knew it was going to come down to 1 possession, so those seconds on the clock really didn't matter. What was important was make sure you get the right play, make sure you have the right side adjustment. If Green Bay brought you something defensively that you weren't prepared for, a lot of times you go no huddle, a lot of times you can't really be complicated in your protections, and you mess around and get an easy sack, game over, especially with Michael Parsons, Rashawn Gary, those guys hunting. So I didn't have any problem with that. I want to go back to the fact that you take the points, and if you don't take the points, it's because you don't believe in your defense.
But how can you believe in them? You watching the game. You are watching the game, and you are watching Matt LaFleur at every moment know exactly what's coming, have the exact correct man beater dialed up, and it's working time after time after time. Hey, listen, like Emmett said that one time, a leopard can't change his stripes. It can't.
I understand what both of you were saying. I would have kicked the field goal, but that's neither here nor there. I wouldn't have believed in my defense if I were them yesterday either. Jordan Love threw 4 touchdowns in the game.
They're very banged up on that side of the ball.
Am I the only one at the table who was stunned by how much time they were taking between plays on that last drive? I mean, there's a veteran offense.
Right, here's what you also have to remember. It's a veteran offense without its 2 true safety blankets in Sam Laporta and more importantly, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And so sometimes understanding the processes and getting people in the right position in those situations is a little bit different, especially for Jared Goff, who when things breaks down, he understands that the telepathy he has between himself and number 14 is just different. You couldn't get into those things yesterday, and dialing up the right play was what they needed to do more so than anything else. And the other thing is this, just make a stop, right? You have them on 4th and 3. If they make that stop, you have that ball near midfield with an opportunity to score with 2 minutes left. That's on this defense. They have to make a play.
LaFleur had their number. They had every man beater possible. They got to play that better, have different answers for it. But I still believe why not go for it instead of kicking the field goal? Right? If you believe in it, go for it, because it's easier to kick a field goal late, especially indoors, than it is to get a touchdown. And so the philosophy doesn't matter.
And we have all morning long to talk about these games. But at the end of the day, to say something on the other side of it. Jordan Love was brilliant, Micah Parsons was brilliant, and the Packers look legit.
Why can't they look like this every week?
Right.
Like they
don't play the Lions every week.
They can be the best team in the league. And sometimes LaFleur goes in with a conservative game plan. I think because maybe he thinks it's a lesser opponent, and then he pulls out all the stops in Detroit on Thanksgiving. The Packers could be that good every single week.
Well, to me, Jordan Love's aggression that we saw starting with the New York Giants and into this week was big, but it was also Michael Parsons. Right? We've talked about Jerry Jones finding a way to correct the mistake of trading Micah Parsons away. But what we saw from him yesterday was absolute dominance. And the way Jeff Hafley has utilized him, we see him make so many plays lined up as a rush end. We forget he's an off-ball backer. And so now when you see him on third down and the way that he's utilized standing right behind the nose tackle and moving around as some sort of chess piece has been huge for how this team has progressed.